Good evening, YouTube, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us here on JoJo Speaks. I really appreciate all of your views. It's always amazing to have your support. So thank you guys so much. A couple things of what you guys to do for us before we get started. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Press that big red button. It is free and easy to do. Be sure to leave us a thumbs up on this video. We want to see a couple on this video here. Also, leave us a comment. Let us know your thoughts on the topics that we're covering this evening. Also, give us some suggestions of what you'd like to hear us in the future talk about during our social commentary segment. Also, be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. And last but not least, share JoJo Speaks all around the world with all your friends, loved ones, and your communities. Let them know that JoJo Speaks is out here in these streets. Come on, y'all. Jennifer, Tyrone, Mike, they are back in the house. What's going on, peoples?
Hello.
We is here. We have to get our Black excellence out the way first. So the Critics' Choice Awards happened this past weekend. Some of the winners include Zendaya. She won for Best Actress in a Drama Series. Abbott Elementary won for Best Comedy Series. Also, Sheryl Lee Ralph won for Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. Angela Bassett won for Best Supporting Actress in a Movie. She won for Wakanda Forever. And also Niecy Nash won for Best Supporting Actress in a Limited Series. She played the neighbor on Dahmer. She was excellent in that. She had to cry in like almost all of her scenes that I saw. I only saw episodes 7 through 10, but she really had to bring it during her role on that. And I'm so happy that she won that Critics' Choice Awards. Any thoughts on the awards? Last week we had Golden Globes. Now this week we got the Critics' Choice Awards, y'all.
No, I'm just going to keep saying the same thing. I'm just glad these doors are now finally open for people of color to actually get noticed and awarded for the hard work that we put in. Sometimes we put in more work than our counterparts to get less funds, and then also don't even get noticed. So I'm just happy that people before these people, you know what? I'm happy that some of these people have knocked down the doors to finally win, and then also open the doors for new people, like the Abbott Elementary people. What's the those people so young?
Yeah.
Right. Yes, they have kicked down the doors for people like them to win awards. So, people been in the game for a long time. Angela Bassett been in the game for a long time.
Right.
The lady who played Abbott Elementary, the principal, I can't think of her name right now off the top of my head. Yeah. She's played almost everything. I mean, she's the original Dream Girl. She's been finally winning things down. So
she's not the principal.
It's okay. She's the teacher on there, but it's okay.
Well, okay.
But I'm just happy that she won.
Right. It's neither here or there. Okay. I know her name as D from Moesha.
Okay. All right. That's how we know.
I think she was a principal for that one.
No, she wasn't. She was just she was the principal. Yes, she was. Because Moesha was annoyed by that. Yeah. Mo to the E to the. Okay.
I'm sorry. I have a quick question. Did y'all like Moesha, that show?
I watched the show all the time. I did not enjoy Moesha as a character per se because she was a terrible friend to Kim. She was a terrible girlfriend to Q. Okay, as much as he was trying to get up in that. Okay, as fine as he was, but that's another
But did you know that though when you was watching it at the age you were watching? Because when I watched it, the age I watched it was probably what 11, 12. I liked the show, but my mindset was immature back then, so I didn't get it. I watched it recently, maybe like a couple months ago, and I'm like, this little.
Right.
She was definitely something else. Now I think the father was definitely also something else also.
Right.
And I think Dee was actually probably the one kind of saw both sides of the story on father and daughter. I think she was the only one that had common sense and mouths. But yeah, Moesha was definitely, whoever wrote the character for her was definitely they definitely wrote her with a nasty attitude. But I mean, she did play that well because I mean, as a child, what child do you know is respectful at all times?
But when I watched it as, you know, a child. I didn't watch it heavily because I couldn't take the amount of struggle that went on. It seemed like every single episode there was some kind of issue, some kind of struggle. And the problem is the bulk of the time they caused it on themselves for trying to be so rebellious and wanted to do what they wanted to do. And well, dad said I couldn't do this. And once dad was horrible
Well,
too.
that's called teenage
Right.
life, so I can
I
understand.
didn't enjoy the character of Frank
No,
at all.
I didn't like I couldn't stand the show. The only thing that made me happy about it was Hakeem.
Yes, very much so.
What about Stevie?
No, the wrong show, sweetie. That's
Stevie was on there. Oh, that was the Parkers. Never mind. It was a white girl.
No,
Too, though.
she was on there for like a few episodes.
No, I will say a lot of people got picked up off the show. This is how the Parkers got picked up. So,
Right.
yes, there was a
I will
positive
say
thing
that.
that came from that. Yeah,
And yeah.
and then at the end of the whole Moesha thing, she decided to weasel into being a journalist for Vibe or something like that, and
Your
have
diary.
to do it. Oh gosh, it was way too much. I would much rather watch Family Matters. All right,
Well, that
Right.
was a show there. I love
Or
that. I
Living
watch that
Single.
to this day.
Family Matters, Living Single. Literally, everybody else I
It's a
enjoy.
big condition this day and age.
Right.
Reading the good news on a newspaper plate.
That's what we're trying to do.
Love
Love and
condition on a grand design.
Some people say it's even harder to find.
Well, it must be some magic clue.
Inside these two
All I
see is the power of dreams.
Real
Real
love.
love bursting out of every scene. Yes.
Days
Days
go
go
by.
by. It's the
It's the
bigger
big
love with the family.
This is the thing.
Did I do that?
They had some hard-hitting shows, some hard-hitting episodes, but it wasn't every single episode. I was just trying to live, y'all. I was just trying to laugh.
Well,
and
you know,
myself.
Right.
when I first started working from home, that used to come on every day around 11 o'clock. I had the TV on faithfully. That first season was awful, but it was the first season.
Yeah, it was.
But then,
Right.
but when Steve Urkel started coming on regularly,
Mm-hmm.
it got good. I mean, it was just, and then I didn't realize those kids really started as young kids all the way up to adulthood.
Right.
That's
Absolutely.
Family Matters aired. No, we always get off topic. Well, how does it get nothing to do with
It's
black?
Right.
But
It is
the
Black
next TV
Excellence.
aired, yes, Black Excellence with the real Harriet, okay, the dark skinned one,
Okay, the original Harriet.
the OG, okay, yes, but yeah, I do like that. So that show I can still watch to this day.
Me too. I
Right.
can. Oh my God.
Even with the Steve Harvey show, that was actually a good show. Also, I just love that show,
I'd rather watch Steve Harvey show than Moesha
Agreed.
at all
Agreed.
times.
and I used to love Lori Beth, something. she
Lori
said
Beth
on all
Denberg.
that.
Yes.
Yes.
She was good on that show. Her crazy self.
She was perfect for that
Oh,
show.
rest in peace,
Yes.
Santana. Is that his name?
I can't remember what his
really
name
cute
was.
African American fellow on Steve Harvey show.
He was light skinned and he was bald.
They called him Romeo, I think.
Romeo,
Mhm.
yes, his name was Romeo.
Yeah, he went to glory. God bless him. Anyway, Aaron
Hi,
said,
Aaron.
Hey, Aaron.
What up?
Regina, of course, says,
Hey, Regina.
Gina.
How you
and
doing?
of course, the greetings between the two had happened. And Regina says, like that show, Moesha, especially when Ray J joined it.
I didn't care for it when Ray J joined.
No,
I don't
I
like Ray
didn't.
J though.
No.
I don't
Ray
care
J
for
was
Ray J.
so
Ray J, I
emotional
feel like
on that
Ray J
show.
was just, that was grasping at straws. He just had to be doing something horrible at all times.
Right. And he was supposed to be playing like a gangster type of dude. And it's like, we know you're not about that life, Ray J. Okay.
Well, luckily he was in a gang in real life.
Allegedly, he was about that life. But, you know,
I mean, I wouldn't have been scared of him. I would
wish-
have
I wish
now,
this never
Snoop
got
Dogg,
glued on my face.
I would have ran off on him. Not ran off like hit him. I would have ran the opposite way. Because Snoop Dogg because they look scary.
okay.
Okay.
Aaron says, I like
Come
the
on,
Moesha show.
Okay,
It wasn't for us.
I didn't
It
mind
was
it,
alright for
but
me. It was alright.
It was something to watch.
Yeah,
It
it
was.
was.
It
It was
was.
something to watch.
On UPN, I think it was on UPN.
Yes.
It was on
You know-
UCN, yeah.
and I used to listen to the first album.
Oh, yeah. I'd much rather watch everything. I'd rather watch Freestyle Unity sing than
Okay.
whatever was going on.
Mama
on
killed him.
Facebook.
Mama killed him. Mama
Kill
killed him.
Devo. Kill Devo. Yes.
Look, shout outs to one and
You
one.
don't
man.
even know. Okay.
That's fine.
Sing my favorite song, Kim.
How you?
Take that booty on.
Oh, shake that booty all night. Yes, that's what she did. Oh gosh.
Good show, silly show. Okay, and
These Jonathan, you say you never hear him. Now look at you.
yeah, you
Now
got
he over here barking.
Regina was laughing at us saying the Family Matters. Erin said, I love Family Matters. And she also says, I still watch Family Matters on
It's
YouTube.
on Hulu?
Hulu, yes.
Hulu.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on
It's
HBO Max as
What
well.
was the other show with
Certainly an amazing
the,
show.
The sister that grew up separate.
Sister.
No,
Yes.
the other sister show that was on UPN.
Oh, half
Half
and
and
half.
half.
Half and Half. Yeah,
I
that
never
was.
got into that show.
I
Yo,
love Half
Get
and
into
Half.
half and half now.
It was okay. So I could
Good.
never like really get into these.
Let me tell
No.
y'all something.
Half and Half.
It's the mothers for me.
I like the opening.
Okay.
Because D and what's her name, Mama?
She put it on Family Matters too.
Rachel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Rachel.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
always go back and forth at each
Right.
other, and it's always hilarious.
So
I encourage you, get into half and half now. I think you would find a new appreciation for it.
It's on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it
No,
is.
no, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Niggas
Yeah.
a hater.
Well, speaking of streaming networks, just to let you know, guys, On the Run is on Peacock.
Oh wow! Thank you
Right.
for telling me because I'm putting that in my calendar to watch tonight.
Mhm.
Okay.
On the Run, Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Is it their first
Really,
tour?
it's on there?
That's the first one. I don't know. I just saw it on Twitter. I saw multiple people saying it. So
Let me just
They're
type
like-
in
they're
Peak.
like-
I mean,
they're like, well, she ain't come out with no videos, but at least she gave us a tour on Peacock.
well then.
On the Run on Peacock. I'm so sorry, y'all, but I must put this in my
Yes.
calendar to watch tonight.
But yeah, half and half is on Netflix. I was able to
That's
watch.
like
a
something
good bit.
I put in my coffee.
Gotcha.
It is
Gotcha.
something you put on your coffee.
Yes.
What? I'm done with you.
Let's get into these hot topics. Mike, you wanted to introduce our first story concerning this grandmother who unfortunately passed away.
Not just this grandma, the number one grandma of social media. Okay. Ms Holla, she was 97 years old. She had breast cancer for a long time now. She recently passed, I believe, on the 9th of this month, I believe. And long story short, everybody knew her as the cursing grandmother. That's what they called her. Name was really Helen, but she was always loud and she always, I guess, 97 years old, you just had a lot of wisdom, and she said what she wanted to say, how she wanted to say it.
Right.
And it was never any disrespect when she cursed you out. It was just like all love still.
Yeah.
But anywho, she passed away at 97 on January 9th, and she didn't have a
will?
Not a will. She didn't have a what paid for the funeral. What's it called?
What's it called? And
Life
the state-
insurance. She didn't have life insurance.
Okay.
But the reason behind it, her granddaughter Cheryl, who was taking care of her, the reason behind it was because she had breast cancer for a while, and they wouldn't approve her for life insurance.
Oh, okay.
So that's why. So that made sense. But the guy the chef, Darius, right? Who's a chef, and he sold them pots, and it was alleged that he did not give the people who ordered those pots their pots.
Okay.
But he came out, he was live cooking, and he brought the situation up on their live, saying how they always go live. They have more than 1 million followers. They get monetized on stuff. They make all this money. Why they have a GoFundMe asking people to donate for Ms. Holla's funeral?
Right.
Why did they not have a life insurance plan dedicated to her? Or if she didn't have one, they knew she was going to die one day. Why they didn't have the money, saved up? My thing is not your fucking business.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
And my thing is, you didn't come out and say nothing about those pots not being sold, that were being sold, but was not being given out. Like, you already know how it is to be in social media with negativity. And I just keep saying when black people do it on black people.
Wait, so
Right.
that's what Darius said about that situation?
Oh, yes. Then yes, theirs was asking all that stuff, and people was in the comments saying, "Yeah, I agreeing with him and everything."
But still, like, why?
Right. Why does he
doing
care?
this? She don't want up the glory. Let's let
So
somebody that has had such a long life
Disrespectful,
and has
yes.
been able to. I've seen her a video. She was talking about I'm up there with Beyonce and Jay-Z. I said,
Yes.
She went to the chat room. She was on the
Right.
street when she passed away.
and it's like, I can't wrap my head around why we have to make mess of the situation. We all know it would help to have all those things.
Of
This
course.
is not a stranger's place. I don't care how known you are on YouTube, Instagram, all that social media stuff. It doesn't matter how known you are. You still have no place to be asking questions like that because it's not your business. It's not your family.
Yes.
Right.
And that's what the granddaughter of Holla, went live and was really just upset because I guess she's not used to being on social media or people, all different opinions coming your way that people you don't even know attacking your character. They're blaming her for stealing the money from Holla, and she's like, "You guys do not understand. You have 1 million views." She said, "But that can be like $8 from like
Exactly.
Y'all do not understand how much money that we really do not make." And she was like, if you don't want to give out, just don't give out.
Just
like,
don't.
she said, say a prayer, but you don't have to give. And then she went live again, cursing Darius out, but then she erased it because she's like, you know what, my grandmother would not like that. She said, I'm just going to try to ignore it. But Holla has people called the frat pays, because Holla like bringing up frat pays. So the frat pays anyway, like the Beehive, they went in on Darius. I was one of them, asking them, what you need to worry about is why people get their pots.
Right, exactly.
Okay,
let's be concerned about
that. Be concerned about that.
Let's get our priorities
why
straight.
Why your black ass then get on the pot out, okay? But you had surgery to lose weight. Where did that money come from?
The money spent.
Okay.
All right. But rest in peace to Holla. Her funeral is this coming Saturday. I think they may have a live going on, but rest in peace. That's a 97-year-old woman who was in their right mind to the very end, had breast cancer, who never complained. 97, she's been here for a while. The respect should automatically be given. I don't care if she didn't save a dime.
Right.
And they asked for $10,000, they made over $39,000.
That's awesome.
And that's what I'm not saying this just because I'm black, but I'm just saying at the very end of the day, any person that has made it to that age deserves respect.
Right. They've been here when Martin Luther King was here. They've been here when, before we even was colored and white.
Okay.
My grandma's 83, and she had an outhouse for her.
Okay.
Right.
So if my grandma's name is 97 years old and she went through all that stuff, I can only imagine what Holla, who's more than 10 years older.
Yes.
Right.
So she had paved the way for people like me and you to sit amongst each other in the same restaurant, go to the same places, drink from the same water fountains, which we don't do that at all now because that's all nasty. But I'm just saying, put some respect on her name.
Absolutely. And but see, that's why a lot of these people, like Darius ain't gonna have no long life, ain't gonna prosper, because if you can't respect your elders. You got a problem.
97 died of cancer. Nick, how dare you making any kind of assumptions? I just,
this is really grinding my gears. Anyway, Regina says, when you start making money, you also have to learn to save money too. It's sad what's happening to the family. But, it's not just about, they really weren't. Okay, it's one thing to be popular on social media, and it's another thing to actually capitalize and really make money off of it. They were very popular. Were they making major money?
Not really.
I believe they were making enough money to make sure that grandma had her frappes. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Make sure that they were,
funny, but
but it's true.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then also Cheryl quit her job long before she went live. I mean, that could have been helping money to take care of her.
Exactly.
Yeah, it could have been money to pay for hospital bills. You don't know where that money went to if they made a good amount of money.
Right.
It's the cost of living. We work on a daily basis, and it's still a struggle for us to take care of what we got to take care of.
Exactly. And she wasn't working. She was doing what she had to do for her grandmother. And that's to be respected. And we shouldn't be trying to bring her down for whatever mismanagement we believe that's going on over there.
Right. We all fall short of something, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
And she Mike, quit playing with me now.
Oh, man.
Anyway, Aaron says half and half is on
Shut my
Netflix,
mama.
Paramount, Prime Videos, and Pluto. I really appreciate it, Aaron. Thank you for all the information and
Yes.
correct and accurate stuff like that. She can do the
Thank
Googles
you.
while we talk. We appreciate you, sis.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Ooh,
But
Lord.
yeah, but rest in peace to Holla, you know.
Right.
And that was my grandmother. I would probably come through the screen on Darius' ass because
Okay. Because you ain't got no room to talk, sir. No room at all.
I would hit him with one of them pots he should have sold to them customers.
Right. But anyways, in other news, so of course we all heard about the shooting.
Allegedly, I'm sorry.
Right. Of course we all heard about the shooting that went down on that movie set last year. So it has been determined that Alec Baldwin and the person who was over the props during that shoot are being charged with involuntary manslaughter in the killing or the death of the cinematographer of that particular movie. So here's the thing. I understand why they would have been charged with involuntary manslaughter. The charge fits the crime. They did not mean for her to die. However, because of their actions, she did end up dying. Therefore, charges have to be pressed against them. Now, I'm hoping that if he is found guilty, that he does not have to spend too much time in prison because it really wasn't his fault. Especially, I would put it more on the props person than the actual actor themselves, because the actor is trusting that the props person is giving them a prop gun, not a gun that's going to shoot an actual bullet into this person's chest.
Or that has blanks.
Say what?
Or a gun that has blanks in it.
Exactly. So that's my opinion on it. I'm not sure exactly how this is going to turn out. I'm sure Alec Baldwin will be able to hire the best of defense attorneys to represent him in the court of law. So I'm assuming that he's going to put up a great defense. And again, who knows if he's going to be found guilty or not. But do you guys think that the crime fits the charge in this case for both Alec and the person who was over the props in this movie?
I mean, I do feel like that maybe the prop guy or woman should definitely get the charge because, like you said, it's their job. That's their entire job, is to make sure the props are legit fake, but sounds real. I don't think Alex Baldwin should get in. I mean, if it's a good judge or a lawyer, I mean, I think they should definitely get him off because it's not his fault. He didn't know.
Yeah.
And if he knew about it, he wouldn't have shot the girl by accident or shot the girl. That can happen to anybody. If somebody says this is a fake gun and this is somebody who works in this department of props, right? And if I decide to, even though I was playing around, I know it shouldn't be. He should get off, but the prop person should definitely be the one who should do some time. Now, people do make mistakes, but this mistake kills somebody. So,
right?
Don't think you should go to jail for life. No, but don't think you should do something. Maybe a year in jail or maybe a house arrest. You should definitely not do props anymore. That job should not be yours anymore.
Right.
And pay money, pay whatever.
Yeah.
Restitution.
I'm sure there's going to be a wrongful death suit very soon.
Oh, of course.
After they are found guilty, if they're found guilty. For me, it just makes my conspiracy antennas start to flow up. It just makes me wonder, like, what's going on with this? This just seems incredibly weird.
Elaborate.
You think he knew about it, the prop guy?
I think it's possible. Somebody knew about it. I think there could be some malicious intent in there. It may not be, the black and white. It was an accidental situation. There was a real bullet put into a real gun when it should have been blanks for a movie. I'm really trying to figure out, why do we even have the real bullets? What are we doing with those? And how did that happen? And I feel like at the end of the day, Alec is just I'm pretty
sure this death of the person is probably already eating him alive already.
Alive.
Right.
I feel in this situation, Alec is a victim himself in it.
I believe so too.
Because, I can't imagine this being a true attempt on somebody's life. We know that wasn't the case, and for him to get charged, this is reflecting even worse on him. I can't imagine what he's going through, and once again, it just makes me wonder, like, is somebody coming after him? Like, what is really going on out here in these streets? Who did he harm? Did something negative happen? Those are my questions, but that's just my conspiracy antennas up. That's all.
Okay, Tyrone, what are your thoughts on these charges?
I don't know what to think of it because this reminds me of the Brandon Lee, the Crow situation when he was shot using a prop gun that they had somebody testing out with real bullets, and then they switched to blanks, and for some reason,
well, this was a prop gun. Why is it up with real bullets and not prop bullets?
A prop gun is a real gun.
It's a real gun.
They just use it.
But why is it set up with real bullets then? Why, if you're not going to use it with real bullets in the actual?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Why are we doing it? Why are there real bullets on the set?
I don't know why bullets were even used on the set in the first place.
That doesn't make sense.
Just reminiscence of what happened to him. The ballistics of that shot was the blank combined with the end piece of the bullet in the chamber and shot as a real bullet that killed Brandon Lee.
Which is Bruce Lee's son.
And the whole conspiracy theories behind that started flooding out after it because, you know, people believe in generational curses and all that stuff. And it's just like, this just oozes out somebody.
It's got to be more to it.
It's got to be more to this. And
so I guess from here going now, it's gonna be like Tubi movies now.
Right. This is gonna keep me from auditioning for Power, y'all.
And see, look, here's the thing. Like at some point, some movie producers have the special effects of the bullet leaving the gun. Some of them don't pay for that because it's an extra charge when it comes to doing film projects. You have to pay for the bullet sound and the visual of the bullet.
You sure know a lot. Aaron says, this is a terrible accident. I'm waiting to judge until I hear or learn more of what they were charged, what the charge was for, and what was
uncovered in the investigation.
That's where I will.
We got one more, sweetie, and then Regina says, "Why is a real weapon on a TV set? It's they can't use fake weapons on a TV set, and this wasn't a TV set. This was for a movie called Rust." So it was, shoot 'em up, and you got to have the real guns on the set. Sounds like a planned setup. It's the real bullets. That's the question.
Right.
And Regina also says they need to start having actors wear real. But it wasn't the actor that lost their life. It was the
cinematographer.
Everybody on the set apparently needs bulletproof vests.
Don't shoot me at all. Wear a vest.
Right. Not even with a vest. Don't.
No, just in case. I think that's what she said.
Get some poppers and then throw them on the ground at the same time.
If that's the case, they should have goggles. They should have the vest. They should.
I don't want goggles. Oh, but my friend mama always told me bullets ain't got no name and all black people look the same.
Right.
Don't shoot me at all.
Exactly. So we'll see what happens with this case. I'm sure it will move forward, but that case is taking place in New Mexico. So as most, if not all of you may already know, Rhianna has been announced as the halftime. Rhianna has been announced the nine-time Grammy winner. Rhianna, that's her multiple $1 million album sales. Rihanna, that's her 18 number one singles. Yes, that's Rhianna. Yeah. She will be the halftime entertainment for this year's Super Bowl. So, in light of this, Stephen A. Smith, very famous sports commentator, was on the Sherry Shepherd show. And so the topic of Rihanna performing for the halftime show was brought up. And in this interview, Stephen A. Smith went on to say, I love Rihanna. Rihanna's a great entertainer. However, she's no Beyonce. So yes, I think we are all aware that Rihanna is no one's Beyonce. Beyonce is all her own. She is the best entertainer alive, period, probably point blank. That's just the case. It just is what it is. Stephen A. Smith came out a little bit later and went live and kind of explained what he meant by saying that Rihanna is no Beyonce. Of course, we all understand, fully understand. He's not trying to diminish Rihanna's talent, or at least I don't believe he wanted to, but that's how people are taking it, that he's saying that, you know, she's nobody. But, you know, you can't say that someone's nobody when you're comparing them to Beyonce, because Beyonce is the head honcho. She's the HBIC. So anyways, what are y'all thoughts on his comments and why things went so bad with this?
Well, you know, I understood exactly what he was trying to say, but you know, even if I was doing an interview on anybody's platform, where I just know that it's going to be so much, and no, this is why we need to have people come in and really train these people how to do interviews again, because if you get trained how to do interviews, your ass wouldn't say this shit at all. Period. Okay, you don't compare. They have. The fan base is too big on both sides, Rihanna and also Beyonce, for you to say anything negative, even with a negative, but people took it that way. So, yes, we all know that Beyonce is at the top of her game. She's the best performer alive, entertainer. She takes her craft serious. We all know that. Right. But Rihanna is also doing very well in the industry also. She's a mogul, makeup, clothes, music. She does it all also, and she has a huge fan base also. So she's very talented too. I don't want to say anything negative either. I'm just trying to be serious. So I was gonna throw no shade. I was about to, but I'm not.
Nice.
Yeah, but to be honest, she has great music out there that people really love. So you can't. You get people stop having to stop comparing people to other people. There'll never be another Whitney Houston. There'll never be another Mariah Carey. There's never gonna be another Beyonce, and there's never gonna be another Rihanna. So everybody has their own lane, and everybody can do well in their own lane. Stop comparing them. Now, even if you feel like that's what you thought in your head, you don't say that on live TV where millions of people watching. Okay.
That's one of those things that we Black people say amongst ourselves, and we don't let outside of the cookout. You know what I'm saying?
And I understand. I had a friend, the one I got rid of. She's a Rihanna fan. She's a Navy, and I'm a Beehive. And we would, if it's just me and her talking, I'd be like, "Ooh, I'll punch you." Like, now, just stop talking about Beyonce. If I can understand them fans in the. Now I'm gonna say this right now. I was getting them comments on the shared page. Some of them fans are delusional. Talking about, well, Rihanna's better than Beyonce. Now let's not get that twisted now. Yeah. Okay. But I know that you guys are mad. Okay. But Rihanna's talented. I think she's gonna do good at the Super Bowl. I really think it's gonna be a good show. I just pray that she did not sing that song, "Lift Me Up."
I don't know.
Because the way that my she will be on mute instantly.
I really think she might.
I really hope she don't.
I think she might even be contractually obligated by Disney to do
Sang Unfaithful, please, because we don't want to hear that.
For me, I certainly agree with the fellas over here. When it comes to us being in our own light, we do ourselves like nobody does ourselves. Nobody does Beyonce like Beyonce does Beyonce, and Rihanna can't do Beyonce just like Beyonce can't do Rihanna. It just is what it is. We are all separate people. God has made us individually, and we all have our great attributes that we can contribute to the world. And when we show those things, it's not to be doing that in competition with other people. It's about just being ourselves. It doesn't have to be a competition, and she does her very well.
Yes. And what he said, it was very true. Now I can tell. I understood what he said, but this is what I would have said. Rihanna's a great performer. I really hope that she does a great job at the Super Bowl. I'm really gonna be watching, and I'm gonna be watching with all eyes.
And that's all he had to do.
Period.
Right. Beyonce did not need to be in the conversation whatsoever. I mean, he did not have to bring her up at all.
But he did.
Because
Beyonce was there 2 years in a row, though. But no,
because Rihanna's no Shirley Caesar either. Look,
no, who?
Beyonce's no Shirley Caesar either.
Who is that?
Shirley
Oh, you said Shirley Caesar?
Yeah.
Well, we know she had the oil now. We know she had the oil. The only oil Beyonce gonna have is in that hair, okay? Because it's
we know
views and opinions.
But see,
expressed in this video.
This is why I'm not saying this knocks her down, but there's, everybody has their thing. It's nothing wrong with it.
I'm not going to say at Beyonce when she was singing that gospel song and she took from Legacy.
Yo,
you know what? I quit.
that was.
I'd heard about that like a long time ago, but I had totally forgotten about that.
This is when Beyonce, she sang "Precious Lord, Take My Hand."
Yes, and y'all, she was trying to feel it, and nobody was feeling it.
Nobody feels it.
But only I can say that. Okay, I'm the BHAT member.
Yes,
Twitter was really going in on Beyonce.
Not the BHAT.
The memes were hilarious. Talking about I ain't no oil in that.
No oil, none whatsoever, child. Where's the anointing?
Yeah. Unfortunately, that was one of those moments. Like, well, they should have just went on ahead and let us do it.
Yeah,
because she would have tore that thing up.
I would have been on the floor.
Here's what my thoughts is. Stephen A. forgot everybody leans on his take on things.
Like, I don't think that do with who he is.
He has a voice that people will gravitate to naturally because he commands the room when he's in a room. He commands his presence on camera whenever he's on camera. As soon as you say something, people are going to fact check it. They're going to look into it, or they're going to agree or disagree with you.
No, I disagree with you.
What?
It could have been SpongeBob or Snell on that couch, and if you would have said the same thing that man said, people would still had the same opinions. Okay,
right?
But Stephen A. said no Beyonce or no Rihanna. Okay, this is why people are mad at him. Okay, how dare you say anything about Beyonce or Rihanna or compared to two? You're not even on their level.
Right? Yeah, they're not even in the same lane.
Who even are you?
Yeah, who are you? I don't know what he does.
Where he got in trouble is like
he thought he was somebody.
Wrong way.
Right?
Because
sports anchors typically aren't invited on talk shows like this.
Right.
So this is why this. Right, exactly. Like I was surprised that he was actually on that show. I don't know if I don't know if Sherry Shepherd and them, if they're grasping for straws when it comes to the guests that they put on their show, but
I'm not watching. They're doing very good now.
I mean,
I was gonna act like Willie Williams ain't grasping straws on her show because she never had nobody we knew on her show now. That's not doing.
But I think we know why. Wendy couldn't get those people on her show. Okay.
Let me just say this. Regina says, yes, just in case, talking about the bulletproof vests. And Erin says, yes, as a woman, I don't appreciate a man judging one woman off of another. Just my 2 cents. Absolutely. And I do agree. Yeah, we don't need to be.
That's fair.
It's like he treated that comment like he was talking about 2 football teams or 2 basketball teams. That's how it sounds like. That's how he treated it. And
that was his
sis. That is not the. This is not the audience.
He can't. Yeah, he definitely was. I mean,
he didn't understand the audience that he was.
Yeah, the audience.
Exactly.
He literally thought he was speaking to his regular. Viewing.
Anytime you have to come out to apologize, I mean, the audience has got you in your ass, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Erin says they are both great and iconic.
They are both great. Only one's iconic.
Oh,
come on.
Now, I don't know
if I
agree with that.
Come on, Sam.
I'll say what he said.
Cut that man mic off. Cut it off now.
I just want to, make sure that it's known that the views and opinions expressed in this video, okay,
and on this,
but yes, they are really great, and that's what it sounds like. He was just comparing them like he would a couple of teams, and it's around.
You know what I really wanted to see though? I want to see how much weight she lost since she had that baby. That's what I want to see. Can she really perform 3 months after she had a baby like somebody else I know?
Yeah,
we will see.
Yeah.
We already know those vocals.
If you was paying attention, you would see the pictures that she recently.
Now, do you know how many times celebrities touch up on pictures?
Right.
And she
But
had all black on. That's
but
very forgiving.
I will say it will be just natural for everyone to compare Rihanna's halftime show to Beyonce and
Right.
Katy Perry's and Lady
Katy Perry,
Gaga's and all of
mhm.
these other big artists' halftime shows. Of course, they're going to compare them. Tyrone.
Now, I just want to fully warn everybody. Disclaimer: she is not gonna be dancing all over the place
Well, we
like
all know
Beyonce.
that.
Okay,
We all know.
don't be expecting her to be busting and loose.
I think she will be dancing. I think she won't be singing live all over the place.
Now that's what we. But
I'm pretty sure she's going to sing live. Rihanna's known for singing live.
Ooh,
Goodbye.
my earphones on then.
She typically does not lip sync. Oh Lord, why did they go away?
I don't
Y'all know
know.
Rihanna don't.
She
Rihanna
typically does not lip sync, and when she
Ri-
needs to, though, sometimes.
Yeah,
You
Rihanna
act
typically
like
does not lip sync.
Beyonce ain't never lip sync.
Well, I didn't say Beyonce never lip sync, but I might do Beyond. The mic does be on.
I can agree. The
okay,
mic is
only
on.
time she does not lip sync. Only time she lip syncs is when she's doing something like string, where it's like
Or
"Get Me Body," "Get Me Body" is definitely a long dance that she dances the whole song. What you won't do,
I will do it. Okay.
okay? Because even the greatest, except Aretha Franklin, has lip sync. Okay, Aretha Franklin said she didn't know what that was.
Well, I mean, everybody lip sync on Soul Train, and it's been plenty of artists.
Well,
that have been on.
actually, she sings on
Yeah,
Soul Train.
Aretha Franklin
And
that
Patty
song.
sings on Soul Train as well. She sang
That's for
"Somebody
sure.
Loves You, Baby."
I'm
on
gonna
there.
turn them mics off.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Patty don't even need no mic. We still hear her.
Okay.
Good night.
Yeah, just-
Child. So in other Black excellence news, Wes Moore has been officially sworn in as Maryland's first Black governor. So congratulations to Wes Moore being the first Black governor of the great state of Maryland.
My home state.
So in other news, reality stars Todd and Julie Chrissy have now reported for their federal prison sentences. I believe Todd has been sentenced to 12 years and Julie has been sentenced to, I believe, 7 or 8 years in federal prison. How do you guys think these two will fare?
I want to know like why people are not happy with them going to jail.
I don't know because if they did the fraud, millions of dollars in fraud, they're still proclaiming their innocence. They're saying that they have nothing to do with this case. They are appealing this case, but this is a fraud thing. This is tough stuff. I don't know how he's going to do. I don't know how she's going to do. They're very sheltered people. They've had money for a very long time. So I don't.
Money, other people, money.
Right, other people's
Before
money,
I
but
said my
money
opinion.
nonetheless. But how do you think they'll fare in jail? Because these are extensive sentences. Like 12 years is a long time.
Before I say what I have to say, I just hope
Okay.
the views of this show is not reflected on the opinions of the host. Okay, and the viewpoints of this show channel. All topics are for entertainment purposes only.
Right.
All commentary and viewpoints are alleged. I do not own the right to this music either, okay? Now, what I'm going to say, do not judge me.
I'm not going to judge you.
I hope Todd.
Uh-oh.
I just hope he finds himself some masculinity in jail in federal prison. Well, it might not be that bad in federal prison, though.
Yeah, federal prison is a lot better than state prison.
Yeah, he might be okay. He might be in his own room there.
It's club fed.
But don't drop the soap.
You ain't got to
worry about that. Not in Club Fed, no.
Not in Club Fed.
No.
So I'm just playing. It's a joke, you guys, because I'm just surprised he got a wife. To me, because
I wasn't
never
I wasn't taking it as a joke.
I said it so people won't get so mad.
Okay, people don't get mad.
Child, Jennifer, Tyrone, what do y'all think?
I just want to know if he got all his affairs in order and put enough money on his books for the Robert.
What money? Everything's frozen, honey. He ain't got no money.
Wow.
I mean,
and I can't imagine the amount of
something.
restitution he gonna have to pay.
Right.
Something to put on the Robert.
Okay, Jerry Shaw.
I'm just
What
saying.
about
Okay.
the noodles? He got to have his noodles.
But you know what?
He knows the news all right.
I don't know if you guys heard, but their daughter was actually asking, why they get so many years, and Jen Shaw only got like 6.
Jen Shaw's already been sentenced?
Yes, last Friday.
Yeah, she got sentenced and she got like 6 years. And the Chrisley's daughter was saying that she actually had victims that they could name. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Versus defrauding the United States of America.
Well, tell her this is America and we can
thanks.
choose what we do.
Right. And the big difference between
y'all been on TV more than just y'all been on TV. Y'all probably doing it a little bit longer.
Right. I believe the difference in the sentences has to do with the fact that Jen Shaw actually pled guilty and the Chrisleys went to trial. And when you plead guilty, a lot of times you get a better deal when it comes to your sentencing.
That makes sense.
As opposed to going to trial. When you go to trial, you have the the highest expectancy. You can be sentenced to the max. Whereas if you plead guilty, they'll try to negotiate your sentence and to be a little bit lower than others who might have gone to trial. So I'm thinking that's the reason why she got a shorter sentence.
Aaron says, I never watched their show. Chrisley's Knows Best. So I don't
Me either.
I don't know them before this scandal broke. But if you do wrong,
you gotta pay the price.
And that's a prayer for their children. Absolutely. Right. Their show was actually kind of funny. I enjoyed it. They're just
really?
Southern Caucasian folk.
I remember when he read Wendy Williams for fifth one day on the show.
He has done that.
Yes.
He's a real.
Right in front of her face. Not behind her back, in front of her face.
Wow.
You do what a lot of people do, Wendy. How you get famous is how talking behind people's backs.
Right.
There you go.
Aaron said Jen Shaw got 6.5 years because she pled guilty and Chrisley went to trial. Well, then y'all on the same page for sure.
Period. Well, should have pled guilty. But my thing, if I was innocent too, I would go to trial also because I know I'm innocent. But my thing is, I just can't lie. Like with that kind of stuff. Like if I know I did something wrong and he get what's the word? It hit the camera and broke the camera's back. Now I don't know. How
the straw that broke the camera's back.
I got caught. It was a good ride. I'm pleading guilty. I did it, and I didn't know. This is not just $1 million. They put a lot of millions of dollars. I mean,
I think it was in the hundreds of millions.
When the feds couldn't find, they ain't looking for no reason.
Oh.
Right. Exactly.
They know.
Okay.
Because they be watching.
They know. And you should be fresh if the feds are watching.
Okay, because the feds stay watching.
Feds watching.
So in Boston, there's been this unveiling of this sculpture that is honoring Martin Luther King. And it's a recreation of a picture of him hugging Coretta Scott King after him winning the Nobel Peace Prize. And the sculpture is literally just arms around each other. To be honest, when I first saw this, I was like, what is this supposed to be? Like, what is going on here? What is these brown long things wrapped around this?
It's hands.
What? It just, when you look at it, it just doesn't make sense. And it doesn't say art to me.
Thank God when I seen the picture, the original picture by it, so I can make out what it was, because it was like a bunch of brown things just planted together. Right. But we get the picture together. Okay, I can see what it's doing, but it should include the heads instead of just the arms.
That's a problem.
But social media has struck once again, and they have made this monument,
a mockery,
everything but arms. Okay.
Okay.
And I won't go into detail, but just know.
But they
have made it everything
right,
but arms.
And my thing is, if you're going to reference something, I should be able to pick up the reference immediately. They say that all the time on RuPaul's Drag Race. When you turn that corner, if you're supposed to be serving something and I'm supposed to get it off the bat, I need to get it as soon as you take one step right off of that runway. So, if you're referencing something, like, that reference has to be clear. I don't need to Google it to see what it is that you were looking for.
Why was it not too much to add on the head?
Right. Or
I feel like they were trying too hard to be artsy fartsy, you know what I mean? And
it didn't work.
It didn't give anything, because we don't even know what it's supposed to be gave. And that's the problem. Like, if I need to see the reference picture to understand what's going on here, we have a problem. Like, we should be able to see embrace in that thing. To be honest, if you look at the picture, the embrace itself looked kind of weird in the first place. Because you see, like, he was like holding her like
he's holding her from the side.
It's
not even from the front.
weird. So
church hug, man.
no,
that's your wife. Bump a church hug.
Right. It was
But,
a little bit more
it-
than a church hug, though. Like, he was grabbing her. But
the thing is, what? I don't want to bring up white and black at all, but we have a whole monument of Abraham Lincoln sitting down with his whole body. He's like 7 feet. We have the Russian the Russian Mount Rushmore of 5 presidents.
Yes.
Mount Rushmore, no, Russian roulette. I'm sorry, I'm thinking about Rhianna stuff. We have Mount Rushmore with 4 presidents. 4 or 5. It's all good. It's carved in a mountain.
4.
Okay.
4.
Yeah, it's like I said, we should be able to get the reference if you're going to try to do something like that. Again, I don't even see it as art. It just doesn't look good.
I think in person it might look better.
It might. I'm just glad that we have that other monument of Dr. Martin Luther King in DC.
That's all.
Official monument.
I wanted my main dream before I leave this earth, and I hope it's no time soon, Lord.
Okay.
But I do want to go to the hotel he was shot at. Do this. I probably will start crying because it just looking at that hotel with the reef in front of it. I just feel like that's where he stood at. That's where he last laid. Not last laid, but last laid alive. I guess.
Last stood.
Last stood. And he was making so many decisions. I just feel like that. I just want to go there and look at the room and everything, and just like say thank you in person. Oh, I'm so sensitive when I get older.
You know what? And then after that, I absolutely need to go to the African American Museum in Smithsonian.
Yes,
absolutely. I need to take 2 days to get in all of that information.
And Tyrone has stuff in not equipment, but Tyrone has videos that they use for marching band stuff in there.
In the sports section.
And my grandmother, she's been around for a long time. She's 83. And she has she I don't know if your grandparents, kept these kind of things. Well, she has an album, the photo albums where you have to kind of tape it to the album.
Yeah.
She got all dead people in there and everything. I don't even know. It's in a casket and stuff. But she has an obituary from Martin Luther King in there. And I'm like,
wow.
Yes. And when I looked at it and touched it, I was like, oh my God, this is real stuff. It's real. You hear about this stuff all the time. But to touch it with my own hands and see it, and it's in good condition.
That's amazing.
Yes.
That's amazing right there.
That is definitely amazing.
Y'all really got me wanting to go.
I really do want to go. I want to go do that, and I also want to go to the Titanic thing in Tennessee.
What's that?
It's the Titanic thing. It has like a real Titanic boat.
Oh, a replica of the Titanic.
Oh, yeah, and you actually put your hand in the water, and it's like the same temperature the water was outside the boat. Yes. It's just they give you a name when you first get in there, and you're towards the end of the little event thing. You can it will tell you if you died or if you made it alive.
Oh wow!
Yes, and then they also have actual artifacts from the actual Titanic in there also.
Oh wow!
It's in Pigeon Forge,
Tennessee. Yes.
And does it have like a full sized boat in there?
It's not a full size, but I mean outside you can see like the front of it, I believe. It's on YouTube. YouTube has a lot of people with clips on it. It's really, I think I want to do that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find that on YouTube.
Jonathan, it looks very nice.
Yes.
It looks very nice.
Send it to me.
I'll send it to. I'll send it to you.
Or put it in the group chat. But yes, thank you guys so much for joining us this evening. Mike, go ahead and give us your social media contacts.
Yeah.
Yes, my name is Michael, and you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and also I think I said everything: Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram at MRREAL121. My DMs are open on all 3 things, and all you masculine, young, dark-skinned, chocolate tenderonis. You don't have to be chocolate. Just be a man and be at this point shit. And
can we have an age range, please? An age
range?
He said young.
Well, no. Well, I'm young. I'm 85 now.
Okay.
Age range is like 30 to 45.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
If you're any of those things where you really are serious about taking me serious. And then also, if you want to have a good time, go out for some drinks, chill, watch a movie. I'm always down. Let's get to know each other. Hit me up in my DM. All serious inquiries apply.
Yes.
Don't beat me there. No, don't meet me there. Beat me there.
Yes. Mike, are you using your Janet voice?
Yeah.
No. Janet sounds like this, okay? I don't want to sound like... my dream was one day to sound like Michael Jackson and Janet, like to be that soft-spoken person.
Wow.
Because sometimes I feel like I'm too loud, or
Wow.
anything can be taken well if you do it in a soft-spoken voice. Hot
That's true.
Cheetos. What are hot Cheetos?
Right. I thought that was so cute when she said that. What are hot Cheetos?
That's like a whole nother level of like,
Oh my God.
I'm here. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. Like she don't even know what hot Cheetos are.
There's no shade though. It's just like, she's not introduced to that life. And when you say like Cheetos with hot sauce, oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Jennifer
Tyrone, what are your social media contacts?
My name is Jennifer.
Yeah.
Anywho, I am the light of the Leo. If you like to follow me, I am the light of the Leo. Go to Instagram. Go to Instagram. Go to TikTok, and especially go to YouTube. All you have to do is search at the @ the light of the Leo, and you will find my channel. Come with me as I explore the best ways of loving yourself.
Amen.
Darren.
It's your boy, Mr. TD McCullum. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, as well as all your musical streaming platforms, because I have 2 singles out, Grow With Me and Drunk on Love.
Yeah.
Find them, y'all. Enjoy.
Yes. And then you can find me on Instagram. My Instagram is jojo_speaks3020. You can also find me on Facebook, Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. And also, once again, make sure you subscribe to this channel, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment, press the notification bell, and share with all of your friends. Jennifer, do we have any last comments before we get out of here?
Hello. As far as our last comments are concerned, I just want to encourage everybody to stand in who you are. Let's take Beyonce and Rhianna for the examples. Beyonce does it her way. Rhianna does it her way. And they both do a very good job at doing them. God bless you. Do you?
Right, yeah, that's not what I meant by last comments, but I meant like comments on the YouTube.
Comments. My bad. Yeah, we got those too.
But thank you. I mean, those are wise words, girl. I mean, you did that. You did that. Yes, you did.
Appreciate it. Erin, she said the Titanic leak is above. Oh, she put it up in there. But I made sure to send it out to you, Erin. And also, great night. Thanks for the laughs and the fun. We try to be fun and laugh.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you want to, you can always go stream a real performer perform on Peacock on the Run tour.
Yes, I'm going to look for that as soon as we get off this thing.
And I think it really would be good.
Oh, it is? Okay.
It'll be really good to watch it halftime of the football show, okay?
Oh, Lord. On that note, we are going to say, join us next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. And we're going to say bye for now. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Later.